So now this is the second cordon that's in place in Whitmore Reans after 2 men were stabbed yesterday. This morning, sorry, 5 a.m. this morning. And nobody's been arrested yet. Viewers will remember that I've just been live from the other cordon where the tent is erected. This is in Whitmore Reans in Wolverhampton in the West Midlands in England. I really appreciate everybody joining the live. Please share it, like it. I'm not sure, I've only done 2-3 lives, so I'm not too sure how this works, but I'm getting the hang of it. So this cordon stretches all the way up to that.
You can try that way, but I think it's closed that way as well.
Pardon?
That's what I get footage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Big tent, isn't it?
They're still doing their work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's early, bro. Yeah. Really nice. Yeah. 2 people were stabbed at 5 a.m. today. 1 man has sadly passed away. There's been no arrests. They're both aged in their 20s. This is in the Wolverhampton area, Whitmore Reans, just on Harrow Street, I believe it is. That was. So this is not far from West Park, I believe it was. Yes, this is the second time that I've been here in the past, say, 2 months and a half. I really appreciate everybody getting back into the stream. Thank you. So currently we're in Whitmore Reans in the Wolverhampton area, West Midlands. 5 a.m. today, 2 men were fatally stabbed in the street, and one of them has sadly passed away. The other male is in hospital in a serious but stable condition. There is several cordons in place, large diverts for traffic as well. You can see just at the end of the street where the tent is. We was just down there a minute ago. But this is the other cordon in place. A lot of disruption for people that live on the street as well. A lot of people have been trying to get to their homes and they can't get to their homes. There is nothing to say that this is a terrorist attack. No, that isn't nothing to suggest that. But we'll definitely keep you updated on anything to do with that. I'll do some lives in a minute. Yeah, that's not back here. I don't know what the fuck is that. Yeah. So and then they've split it there. Split it down there. give me a minute. This is in the Whitmore Reans area. Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. Pardon?
It's a mosque.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there's, it seems that there's a mosque situated just past the cordon, so the police are making an exception for allowing people to go to prayer, I believe. I think that's a religious right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't sort of... Yeah, so that's something that, like, yeah, so some people have been refused entry to their properties, but there is still access to the mosque that is situated on the right-hand side.
The guy from earlier on, he got
Somebody has been arrested, but nobody has been charged yet. Somebody has been arrested, though, a male aged in his 20s.
He had a delivery as well.
Oh, dear. Yes, Wolverhampton, it's in the Whitmore Reans area on Newhampton Road. 2 men were stabbed, one fatally. The other one is in hospital in a stable but serious condition. My baby mum loves it. We have no idea if this is gang related. We never speculate. At the minute, it's just, yes, a knife incident. 2 people were suffered stab wounds. That's all we can say for certain. This is Newhampton Road in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. 2 people got stabbed, one fatally. 1 man is in hospital. Yeah, the tent is at the bottom. If you watch the previous live, you'll be able to see the tent and that side of the cordon as well. 2 people got stabbed. One male passed away, both aged in their 20s. A male in his 20s has been arrested on suspicion of murder. Somebody has just said that he was their son's friend. I'm sorry to hear that, if that is the case. My condolences to the family of the victim and also to yourselves. And I hope your son has all the support that he needs to get through this, because this is a very traumatic thing to happen to anybody, especially to be so close to it. The current update for everybody that's just joined is that 2 men were stabbed at 5 a.m. today. 1 of them has passed away. Another male aged in his 20s has recently been arrested in the last few hours. So this is a breaking news story. This is in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton on Newhampton Road. Respect, big up Beck, if you can see me. Big up. There was a murder in Cardiff recently. Look behind you, man. Look behind you. That's some, like, scary movie stuff. Oh, is that you, brother? How's it going, bro? Good to meet you, my friend. Yeah, I appreciate you coming out. Thank you.
Just in the mic. Yeah.
Do you know what? You're the first one to ever... Do people say it all the time, you know, but...
I live down the road, you know, literally.
Oh, for real, yeah.
Mad.
Appreciate Scarcity, Wolverhampton, at the scene of a murder. 2 men were stabbed, aged in their 20s, at 5 a.m. yesterday. Well, it was this morning, actually. There is a large cordon in place and a murder investigation has been launched. A tent is erected in the middle of the street, near to MH Solicitors. And this is on the corner of Kingsland Road, on the corner of Harrow Street. A male aged in his 20s has passed away. No identification yet. This is a breaking news story. It's only in the last 6 hours that they've actually revealed that the murder occurred. This is near the city centre, yes. It's not far from the city centre. That is correct. Do you know the Nick's Indian case? I'll definitely look into if you send me the story on social media. I appreciate everyone joining the live. 229 people in the live at the minute. I'm just going to give you a brief update of what's happening for everyone that's just joined. Currently at the scene in Wolverhampton, where 2 people have been stabbed. 2 males aged in their 20s were stabbed at 5 a.m. today, just off Harrow Street, near the city centre. There is a large police presence and a tent is erected. Several roads and large delays with traffic is currently on. No arrests have been made as of yet, and the second victim is currently in a stable condition. This is in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. The identity and the race of the victims has not been clarified yet, but we'll definitely keep you updated on anything to do with that. Yeah. What's happened? Darren, there's been a murder, double stabbing in the Wolverhampton area at 5 a.m. today. There is currently a murder investigation underway. Just on Harrow Street in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. And it's not far from the Molyneux Stadium, the Wolverhampton football club. You can just see it in the background if I lift up the camera. I'm sorry to hear that, Lacey. I hope your family hasn't been affected, and I hope the kids, if you've got any, are not too upset as well. This is very traumatising, of course. Somebody has died, yes. 2 people were stabbed at 5 a.m. today. 2 males aged in their 20s. 1 man has sadly passed away, and there is a murder investigation underway at the minute. This is on Harrow Street in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. Whitmore Reans, which is Wolverhampton. There's no identity on the victim. There's no identity on the race of the victims either. 1 man is in a stable condition and 1 man has passed away. They are both aged in their 20s. Yeah, we are currently the only media that is at the scene at the minute. It's really important to document it. I can understand some people thinking that this may be bad taste, but if we just forget these situations, then nothing gets highlighted and nothing ever gets resolved. There is 2 men that have been stabbed in the street in the middle of the morning, and if you want me to ignore that, then sadly you're going to have to just change the channel if you can't understand that this is respectful reporting that is accurate and fair. No mainstream, nobody's covering this because nobody cares. They've got no money for it, and unless it's got a narrative that suits them, they don't care. So this is why we're here. And we'd never record anything horrific like bodies being removed or anybody coming to pay respects, but we definitely need to document this for historical purposes, as well as trying to obviously pay respects, find out who the victims are, make sure that their lives mattered and that everybody knows who they were, because they did matter to somebody. This is in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton in the West Midlands. 2 men were found with stab wounds at 5 a.m. today, and 1 of them has passed away. The tent is where we believe the situation may have occurred, and there is currently at least two cordons in place. I'm here every day, mate. I'm here every day. West Midlands Clips. You can check a previous live that I did yesterday. Several uploads on YouTube. Got the new Instagram as well because they deleted that. But apart from that, yes, every day. Targeted attack. We do not know if it's a targeted attack. We don't know the motive or anybody that's wanted. Do you live on the street, mate?
Yeah, I live in the fucking telling me you can't go out and looking up yourself.
That is a local resident that has been disrupted. He can't gain access to his property on this street. He's very frustrated about that. There is no, we can't confirm yet if this was a targeted attack, or the victims' names or race or age, apart from the fact that they're in their 20s roughly. So for everybody that has just joined the live, we're currently in Wolverhampton in the Whitmore Reans area. There's been a double stabbing and 1 person has sadly lost their life. Yes, there's double stabbing 5 a.m. today in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. We'll definitely keep you updated on the developments of this story. It's a breaking news story, really. This is very early and the investigation is currently underway. At the moment, we have no idea what's inside the tent or what the context is. The men were stabbed in the street on Harrow Street in Whitmore Reans at 5 a.m. today. But I don't know if they were taken to hospital, died on the way, or they died at the scene. This happened at 5 a.m. today, 5 a.m. this morning. This is in the Whitmore Reans area on Harrow Street, I believe it is. Yes, the tent is mainly there to preserve evidence while the investigation is underway. It's currently very hot here. I think it's nearly 25 degrees. So they're going to be working against the clock to be able to try to maintain and gather evidence to be able to secure a conviction if they do charge anyone in the future with this offence. So for everybody that's just joined the live, we're currently in Wolverhampton in the Whitmore Reans area. There's been a double stabbing. One man has sadly passed away. Another man is in a serious condition in hospital. And there was a tent erected on the middle of Harrow Street. It's disrespectful, at least he can go home. Yeah. The 2 people have been stabbed. One has passed away. One is in a stable condition in hospital. Both of them are aged in their 20s and both of them are male. There's no other details as of yet. This is in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton in the West Midlands. 2 men were stabbed at 5 a.m. today. The police are there. There's a cordon there, and there's police at the bottom. There's detectives as well. 1 person has died. 2 men aged in their 20s were stabbed. 1 person has sadly passed away. Yeah, there's a lot of disruption for a lot of people. Everybody on this street can no longer access their properties until this scene has been dealt with, and the police are happy that they've gathered all the evidence, and there's nothing nobody can do about that. This is something that you don't understand, as a lot of people don't realise, is the disruption that this causes to normal people just day to day. Like, nobody who's going to be able to move their cars, come in and out of their houses without the police be giving them some sort of trouble. This is in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. Yes, Kelly. Currently, yes, in Wolverhampton, Whitmore Reans. An update for everybody that's just joined. We're currently in Whitmore Reans in the Wolverhampton area. 2 men were stabbed at 5 a.m. today. 1 man has passed away, sadly. They're both aged in their 20s. Nobody has currently been arrested yet. The murder investigation has been launched about 8 hours ago. So it's the very early stages of the investigation. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Mars. Salute for the support. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And of course, some people, this is very respectful. This is a crime scene. Nobody's showing anything that's graphic or anything that would upset any members of the family. I'd never show any bodies or anything like that. But the crime scene needs documenting for historical purposes, and the public have the right to know why and who is being murdered on the street in broad daylight, outside the home. These people inside this house deserve to know why this happened. Nobody knows the race at the minute. It doesn't really matter on Scarcity. We never focus on the race. We just focus on the story and the people that it matters. This is in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton. No one snitch. Well, at the end of the day, mate, nobody's asking anybody to do anything. We're just documenting what is happening. And yeah, that's it, literally. We don't solve cases. We don't assist with anything. No, I won't. I won't. No worries. No worries. Yes, there's been a murder in the Whitmore Reans area of Wolverhampton at 5 a.m. today. 2 males aged in their 20s suffered serious stab wounds. One of them has passed away. Yes, there is a shop on the left. There's several shops on the left. It's near to a solicitor's as well. And what's that one? And Rayan Bakery and shop in the Whitmore Reans area. It's not far from a park as well. I think it's Park East or something like that. Yes, do you know what? Yesterday, 200 people said they were going to come to the scene, but nobody turned up. So, I'm disappointed in you. I thought you all wanted to meet me. What's wrong with you? West Park, yes, that's correct. Yeah, that's the park I was very close to. West Park. It's a double stabbing. Yes, 2 people were stabbed. One has sadly lost their life. Another man is currently in hospital. 20s, aged in their 20s. This is Whitmore Reans, just near East West Park, sorry, on the corner of Kingford Road, I believe it is. That is correct, Whitmore Reans. 2 men aged in their 20s. An update for anybody that's new: there's been a double stabbing 5 a.m. today. 1 man has lost his life, both aged in their 20s in the